Today we are reading The Anxious Avocado, written and illustrated by Taft Miller.
Say hello to the anxious avocado. He worries about just about everything. He is often concerned about the weather. He is scared of anything new. He panics at picnics and parties. He is always a little bit anxious. But today he is particularly anxious because today is the day before his first day at a new school. His hands are sweaty and his mouth is dry. He feels nervous and confused. His stomach hurts. He can't seem to catch his breath, and his whole world feels inside out. He can't stop thinking of new what-if questions. What if no one likes me? What if I eat alone? What if I get lost? He decided to take a walk to calm down. He walked by the park and saw his friend, the confused Coco. His friend asked him, "Are you ready for school tomorrow?" "Not really," said the anxious avocado. "I am anxious about all the what-ifs and the unknowns." "I understand," said the confused Coco. "I remember a time I was full of what-ifs and unknowns, and it left me very confused." "What happened?" asked the anxious avocado. "Well," said the confused Coco, "let me tell you a story. I was in a school play last year, and I was so excited for my friends and family to come see it. But right before I had to go on stage, I was so nervous that I didn't think I could do it. My stomach hurt, my head was spinning, and I was so confused. I couldn't remember my lines or what I was supposed to do. No matter how hard I tried to calm down, I was just completely, utterly overwhelmed and confused." "What did you do?" asked the anxious avocado. The confused Coco continued, "I remember what my mom had said to do if I got nervous. She said to take deep breaths, like you were blowing on a hot cup of cocoa. Deep, calming breaths. So that is what I did, and it worked. I calmed down and could remember my lines, and the play was a big success." Deep breaths. "Deep breaths," said anxious avocado. "I will remember that. Thank you." The confused Coco was happy to have helped his friend and waved goodbye as the anxious avocado continued on his way. The anxious avocado tried to take a deep breath, but he still felt unsure and his mouth was dry. He could still hear the what-ifs in his head, so he decided to keep walking to try to calm down. As he walked and worried, he heard a friendly voice calling to him. "Hello," said his friend, the panicked Peach. "What are you doing today?" "I'm trying to calm down," said the anxious avocado. "I am so panicked about starting at my new school tomorrow." "I know something about panic," said the Peach. "Let me tell you a story. A couple of months ago, I was about to play in the big soccer championship when I completely panicked. I was so scared that I was going to mess up or get a bruise. My teammates were counting on me, but all I could think about was all the bad things that might possibly happen. My panic button was completely on, and I could not find a way to turn it off." "What did you do?" asked the anxious avocado. The panicked Peach continued. "I talked to my coach, and I told him how I was feeling. Sharing my feelings of panic with a grown-up that I trusted helped me a bunch. She told me that a panic button is useful, but that I could control it when it was going off. So I thought about that and decided it wasn't a good time for my panic button to go off. So I just stopped it." "Don't panic." "Don't panic," said the anxious avocado. "And talk to a grown-up. I will try that." The panicked Peach smiled and waved goodbye as the anxious avocado continued on his way. The anxious avocado thought about his panic button and how to keep it from getting pushed. He would talk to his mom about that when he got home. He was starting to feel a little bit better, but he could still feel those what-if questions swirling in his head, so he kept walking. He was so distracted he almost didn't see his good friend, the scared strawberry, waving to him. "Hello," said the scared strawberry. "You seem to have a lot on your mind." "I'm sorry," said the anxious avocado. "I am distracted because I'm a little scared about starting at a new school tomorrow." "I know something about being scared," said the strawberry. I could tell you a story that might help. Last year I started at a new school. I remember being so scared on my first day I kept wondering if anyone would like me, or if my new teacher would be nice. Who would I sit with at lunch? Would I make any new friends? I couldn't stop shaking. I was so scared. My stomach hurt, and I couldn't wait for the day to be over. Just like me, said the anxious avocado. What did you do? The scared strawberry smiled and said, I counted my seeds. How did that help? Asked the anxious avocado. The scared strawberry explained, counting can help you calm down. When I feel scared, I just start counting my seeds until I feel myself relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I count as high as I need to until I start to feel better. You should try counting something if you feel scared on your first day. Counting. Counting, said the anxious avocado. I can do that. The scared strawberry grinned. She was so proud to have helped her friend. She waved goodbye as the anxious avocado continued on his way. The anxious avocado started thinking about what he could count to help him calm down when he was scared. He only had 1 seed, so that wouldn't work. He frowned and then suddenly had an idea. He could try counting things he could see. Maybe the clouds or the books on the shelf. He would try that. As he tried counting the clouds around him, the anxious avocado saw his waving friend, the worried waffle, and headed over to him. Hello, said the worried waffle. How are you today? I'm a little worried, said the anxious avocado. I start a new school tomorrow and I have some what-ifs that are worrying me. I am the expert at being worried, said the waffle. I am sure my story will help you feel better. A couple of years ago, we moved from here from far away. When we left our old home, I was so worried I could not stop wondering about so many things. What if I didn't like it? What if there were any nice people? What if it was too hot? What if it was too cold? The what-ifs went on and on. I couldn't sleep because I was so worried. I remember when you moved here, said the anxious avocado. What did you do to help with all that worrying? The worried waffle explained. I kept a journal. I wrote down all my worries and all my what-ifs, and it was such a great help to get it out of my head. Sometimes I write down a worry and I throw the paper away, like I'm throwing that worry right away. You should give it a try. Write it down. I like that idea, said anxious avocado. I like to write, and I have always wanted a journal. I will have to try writing down my worries. Thank you. The worried waffle beamed and said, I'm happy to help. Good luck tomorrow. The anxious avocado started walking again and thinking about all the worries that he would write down when he got home. He was excited to try it and see if it helped him relax. He turned the corner and started walking home. As he came around the corner, he saw the mixed-up marshmallow looking a little bit worried. Hi there, said the anxious avocado. What are you up to? I'm just a little concerned about the weather, said the mixed-up marshmallow. I don't like storms, and I see some clouds that are making me nervous. I am trying to come up with a song to sing. The anxious avocado was confused, so he asked his friend, Why are you trying to come up with a song to sing? The mixed-up marshmallow said, Let me explain. Whenever I hear thunder, I get a mixed-up feeling inside. My heart starts to beat faster, and I feel myself starting to panic. When I see lightning, I get very nervous and worried. When I see rain cloud in the sky, I start to go down that path of panic, and I feel myself losing control. Oh no, so what do you do? Asked the anxious avocado. The mixed-up marshmallow answered, My dad taught me to make a storm silly. How do you make a storm silly, you may wonder? Well, you can make some jokes or a funny story. But for me, it helps to sing a silly song about the thunder. So when I see a storm coming, I head home and then I make up a silly song and I sing it until the storm doesn't seem so scary anymore. Make it silly. What a great idea, said the anxious avocado. I'm going to make up a song about starting at my new school tomorrow. Good luck tomorrow, said the mixed-up marshmallow as he waved goodbye and headed home. The anxious avocado thanked his friend and continued on his way home. He was feeling better and better as he thought of all the ways now he had to try to help calm him down. When he was almost home, the anxious avocado heard his name being called. He looked up and saw his friend, the concerned cookie, waving to him. Hello, said the avocado. How are you? I'm fine, said the cookie. Are you excited for your new school tomorrow? The anxious avocado thought about it and realized he was starting to get a little more excited. I am starting to get a little excited, he said, but I'm still a little bit concerned about some things. I was concerned about something this morning. Let me tell you what I did. I went to the dentist this morning and I was very concerned that I was going to have a cavity or that it was going to hurt to have my teeth cleaned. I worried about it all night and woke up early and worried some more. In the car ride on the way to the dentist, I told my mom about how concerned I was. My mom listened to me and told me that she understood my concerns. She said something that helps her when she is concerned is to change her mindset. I asked her what that meant, and she said you have to think about what is concerning you from a different angle. Instead of worrying about the dentist, I tried to change my mindset to think about how the dentist helps me keep my teeth healthy. The dentist was really nice, and I even got a prize at the end. Change your mindset. That's a great idea, said the anxious avocado. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome, said the concerned cookie. I hope you have a great first day of school tomorrow. The anxious avocado thanked his friend and walked the last few steps to his home. He was busy thinking about all the amazing ideas he got from his friends to help him deal with his anxiety. He was excited to try them all. The anxious avocado packed his new backpack, so he was all ready for his first day of school tomorrow. He thought about all the what-ifs that he had started out the day with. He decided to try some of the helpful techniques he had learned from his friends to help him feel better about his anxiety. He took a deep breath like his friend, the confused Coco. He talked to his mom about his worries like the panicked Peach suggested. He counted to 10 like the scared Strawberry. He wrote down all the worries he could think of and threw them away like the worried Waffle did. He sang a little song about all the silly things that could happen at school like the mixed-up marshmallow. Finally, he changed his mindset like the concerned cookie, from being scared to being excited about all the new experiences he was going to have. He was ready for the first day of school. The end. Thank you for watching.